Well, on Sunday, Bishop Howard Hubbard will celebrate his 50th year as a priest with an anniversary mass at the cathedral. It is a bittersweet time for the longest tenured bishop in Albany history because a week later, on his 75th birthday, he'll be required to tender his resignation. Tonight, in part one of her series, The Man and His Ministry, Liz Bishop gives us a personal view now of the man who his family says knew as a child that he was headed toward a life with God.
I remember getting home around midnight, and I opened the telegram, and it said, "Our Holy Father Pope Paul VI has in mind to appoint you the Bishop of the Diocese of Albany."
The biggest news of Howard Hubbard's life came on a day when he was already preoccupied by telling a small parish in Granville that their church was closing. But that unexpected telegram demanded his full attention.
And it said, "You have 24 hours in which to respond. You cannot discuss this with anyone else except your spiritual director."
So, with little time to consider the consequences, on March 27, 1977, the 38-year-old former street priest became the youngest bishop in the country.
I was just amazed because I never even considered myself a candidate, number one, because of my age, and number two, because there were so many better qualified persons than myself.
An unlikely choice, maybe, but at the time of his ordination, his sister claimed he had been prepping for the job since childhood.
We used to set up an altar, and we used to play "He'll Be the Priest," and my sister and I were the first altar girls.
Hubbard's own Catholic school upbringing as a cadet at Troy's LaSalle Institute taught him the importance of a Catholic school education. And his years as the street priest in Albany's South End taught him how to be more empathetic toward those who are struggling.
I think that was a formative influence in my life.
Now, 36 years after that telegram arrived, and decades of cutting ribbons, blessing school children, and celebrating masses, Howard Hubbard is a week or so away from bringing it full circle. On Halloween, his 75th birthday, he will send a resignation letter to the Vatican, a move he calls bittersweet.
Do you think he would have retired if it wasn't mandatory?
I think within the year I probably would. It's good to get new blood, new ideas, new leadership, new vision. And so I think that even if I didn't have to retire by church law, I would be looking forward to it for the good of the diocese.
Hubbard will stay on as bishop until his replacement has been named. He says he will still celebrate Mass, visit nursing homes, and help out in the parishes. And what will he do for fun?
Well, I have a number of grandnieces and nephews, and they're all high school age or high grammar school age. And to be able to attend some of their baseball and soccer and lacrosse and hockey games, that type of thing, I'm looking forward to.
So that's the man. Tuesday night, we look at the 36-year ministry of Howard Hubbard. Liz Bishop, CBS 6 News, Albany.
Now, while Hubbard will deliver his resignation on the 31st, he will stay on as bishop until the Vatican appoints his successor, and that could take anywhere from weeks to months to more than a year.